Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be working on this planter that I got from Goodwill. It was in pretty rough shape. I'll tell you about that later. But it's not that big. It's resin, I'm pretty sure. I liked how it looked. The color was very dated though, so I decided that was going to have to change. And it's not too deep, but it looks good. Alright, I'm mixing up Waverly White, Mineral, and just a little bit of Truffle to make a base shade. I want this to be my medium paint color. Whenever you're painting something that you want to have dimension, you would start with a medium to apply everywhere, a dark to glaze it with, and then something light to dry brush over it to give it dimension. I like all these paints. This truffle is on its way out though. It's very thick. But I saw this little planter 3 times before I bought it. Well, 2 times. I saw it once with my sister, and I pretty much completely ignored it because it had gross styrofoam in the inside. There was Spanish moss stuck everywhere, and it was sticky. And it had what I'm assuming and hoping was candle wax spilled all over it. So I didn't even bother with it. The second time I saw it, I thought maybe this is something I can work with. But I didn't have any cash, and my Goodwill does not like to take cards unless it's over $5. So the third time I went, couldn't find it, thought I missed out on it, and then found it somewhere else in the store. So I picked it up, cleaned it up. It was the styrofoam was stuck in there with floral clay, and if you've ever seen that or worked with it, it's gross. So washed it, scrubbed it, cleaned it all up. I'm just kind of slapping this base coat on because we're going to be putting everything else on top of it. But even though I slapped it on, I'm still going back any thick paint anywhere and cleaning it all up. Now we're going to take the leftover paint and I'm adding some more brown to it. It also has a little bit of water in it because this is going to act as our glaze. Got my napkin right at the side that I'm going to pat and rub. More pat than rub because you'll see later that I end up rubbing so much to get the glaze on the way I want it that I take off some of the base coat. Patting, patting, patting. And at this point, I'm not really happy with it while I'm making it. Like I can see that it's gone kind of warm. And you can see in that middle section right there that it was really warm. Oh, this is after the third coat of paint. I just went back with the mineral and dry brushed over it a little bit. And now I'm using white to dry brush over it some more. Just to keep the look of the wood, but to change the tone and update it some because that warm wood always just looks very dated to me. And everybody seems to love weathered wood now. And I do too. I think it's a lot more neutral than something really yellow or gold. I'm going all over, making sure I hit all the high points, wiping off anything that's too heavy. Right here, I put way too much paint right there. So I wipe it off, can't really get it off. So instead of repainting anything, I just go back along the bottom and add more paint. So that brings that out a little bit more. And then I also add some to this little rib section that I'm at right now. And then this top part. Just so they pop out a little bit more. Gives us some more dimension. That's about it for the paint. Now I have a piece of foam in the inside and I'm working with everybody's least favorite craft product, which is this floral moss from Dollar Tree. It's cheap, it's $1. As you can see, it makes a mess. It's so messy. It doesn't matter how you put it on there, it's just messy. I'm not even gluing it in, I'm just kind of putting it behind there and then shoving it through the holes because it's going to fall out no matter what I do. See, I just put it down, more fell out. Now I'm taking some lamb's ear. This is from Walmart. It's 98 cents a bunch and I end up using 3 bunches. And what I'm doing now is just establishing a shape because I want it to be kind of triangular with higher in the middle and then lower on the sides. So I'm putting some pieces in. You'll see me put it down to check how it looks a couple times while I'm doing this. This is just me establishing it. And see, you can see the center part is the highest. And so I've got that shape down and I'm just filling it in. See that moss? It makes such a mess. There it is. Clean up a little. Fix that a little bit. And that one. Hope you like it. Bye.